Welcome back, MVI Summer Basketball League. Girls action finishing up a triple header here tonight with Lee Supply and State Farm. It was an AMD win over Monessen Florist to start things off tonight, 70-41. Cedarbrook took down Edward Jones 52-30 in the middle game of the evening, and the ball is tipped and won by Lee Supply to start off this finale this evening. Ashley Chase and Joe Salopek here for third game of the evening. It's turned over by State Farm. Scoreless here in the early going with State Farm, Dax Thomas, and Lee Supply.
Actually, this should be a pretty big game for State Farm. Friday, they got a little bit of a romping from Cedarbrook, so see how the team in red bounces back.
Yeah, not a good night. And one you've got to just turn the page on and try to move ahead, and luckily they had a weekend to do that. Full bench tonight for State Farm. Can pretty much make 5-for-5 line change anytime they want, and that's typically what they do. Foul. That'll send Macy Miller to the free throw line.
Couldn't be a better team that it happens off of either. I mean, Lee Supply really struggling this year with without a win so far, and a lot of their games have been lost by double digits, so this is definitely a game that State Farm should be able to pull out.
Lee Supply unable to get on the board from the free throw line. Quickly up ahead, a rebound to Chloe Pordash, and 2 attempts underneath the basket don't go, but it will be a foul that sends State Farm to the free throw line. London Creech coming off a nice game for Lee Supply. Lost to Monessen Florist on Friday night to give MoFlo their first win. At the free throw line here for State Farm, Emma Cito, be a senior this upcoming season at Brownsville. Puts one in to make it a 1-0 game. Haven't had a lot of those in basketball in a while. Creech with the ball, right side. Drives in, tripped up on the way to the basket. It'll be picked up by Chloe Pordash. Has to make a quick pass to get it away from Creech, who turned around on defense and wanted to get that ball back. Pordash now on the left side. Eyes up defenders, puts her head down and drives, and ball gonna be knocked out of bounds. It'll remain State Farm basketball. Looking to inbound. It's gonna be a quick foul called on Macy Miller underneath the basket. State Farm trying to get this one in clean. It's Haven Briggs. Gets it in underneath the basket to Cito. Her shot doesn't go, and Miller brings it back the other way. London Creech goes right to left. Tries to turn and find a body and gets it underneath to Emma Reynolds, freshman at Chartiers Valley. Taken away here by State Farm. Quickly back the other way, Lydia Zogelman. Her shot goes. 3-0, State Farm on top.
I like that no call there from the referee. It wasn't set, but didn't hit her hard enough as to draw a foul. Great no call.
Yeah, let that play go, as 2 on the board from Lee Supply. I believe that was Emma Reynolds.
That was Jasmine Fisher, number 2.
Oh, perfect. I had not looked up from my score sheet, and I just did the same thing the other end.
So Emma Cito on the drive.
Perfect. She's got 3 points. It's 5-2, State Farm on top. Fisher from the outside doesn't go. Tracked down by Briggs. Miller lays off Miller, great defender on this Lee Supply team. Can't imagine where she learns that. Shot from the outside is good from Zogelman for 3. It's on the line, a 7-2. Is that a 2 from Creech?
That was a 2 from Creech. A couple steps in.
On the board. And a foul here by Cito. Excuse me, they'll call that on Zogelman. Jasmine Fisher will bring this up the floor for Lee Supply. Fisher will be a senior this upcoming season at Woodland Hills. London Creech will be her teammate, so there'll be a whole lot of fun to watch. At Woody High is driving and putting that one in is Jenna Dawson. Dawson closes the gap to make it a 2-point game. As they do give that 3 to Zogelman from the previous time down there.
That foul was on number 10, London Creech.
It'll be key for Lee Supply to try to stay out of foul trouble.
I mean, your strength is going to be in your starting lineup for Lee Supply, as you said, Ashley, so you want to keep those members of your starting lineup out there. You know, State Farm has a lot more depth, so press and more freely foul.
Second shot no good from Emma Cito. She's got 4, it's 9-6. State Farm leading Lee Supply, and going for the steal was Zogelman, but fouled immediately by Jasmine Fisher. Fisher's one of those do-it-all players. She's just everywhere on the floor all the time and can shoot from anywhere and everywhere too. State Farm looking like an entirely different team than what we saw on Friday night. I don't think they let that sit well with them over the weekend, and wanting to get back and get a W.
I mean, Tom Rodriguez is just an experienced coach. He's really knowledgeable, as Emma Cito puts it in for 2, you know, but I don't think he's going to let his team go down without a fight, and surely that they'll come back and respond well.
Full line change coming here for State Farm, as nice effort to get to the basket and head to the free throw line from Skylar Still. Be a freshman this upcoming season at West Mifflin. Still heads to the line. 11-8 the score. State Farm in red, of course. Lee Supply in the green and gold. Still's free throw does not go, so we'll keep it right there. 11-8. State Farm, fresh legs on the court. Checking in for Lee Supply. Caroline Summer called for the carry. The turnover will give State Farm the ball. In now for State Farm, Madeline Dotson, Agatha Nikolai, Riley Vinik, see Erica Hall in as well, and Kenzie Saliga. Those are the 5 on the floor here for State Farm after their 5-for-5 substitute. We'll see that all night. They get 5 who build some chemistry and get comfortable with themselves, and then they're able to run those full line changes and get everybody in fresh all at once. Not everybody's strategy, but they've had the bodies here to do that. Every time I've seen them, they've had an absolutely full bench.
I mean, you got to give credit to State Farm. They definitely draft players that show up and are ready to play. So it's really easy for head coach Tom Rodriguez to be able to do that mass substitution, almost like hockey lines.
Yep.
And you can see that it benefits them a lot, as you know, tire your opponent out, and you've got fresh legs out almost every single substitution.
State Farm with the 11-8 lead over Lee Supply. 10:55 to go here in the first half, as this one's just been underway about 5 minutes. Caroline Summer from the left side. Perimeter shot, no good. Rebound tracked down by Macy Miller. Drive, throws one up with the left hand, doesn't go. And pulling out the rebound for State Farm, Mackenzie Saliga, and they're going to say she's fouled. Give State Farm the basketball.
We see that State Farm pressing as well, so immediately you see that the benefits of the mass substitute. What a pass! Great pass.
Great pass from Erica Hall to Kenzie Saliga. Can't get the shot off. It's knocked out of bounds, but that great defense breaks up a pretty play, but it'll keep the basketball with State Farm. And just getting it in there, but knocked right back out of bounds. 5 on the floor for Lee Supply. Dawson, Still, Miller, Fisher, and Summer. Shot from the outside, good from Agatha Nikolai. Just the 2 foot on the line. Long ball back the other way. Rebound put back by Summer is good. It's 13-10. State Farm on top. And I think that's is that the second call maybe on Jasmine Fisher?
That is Jasmine Fisher second, and she is not going to come out here.
You'll have to play it safe, which really isn't in Jasmine Fisher's vocabulary.
Right.
She's a fierce competitor and always hustling after the ball. Picking it up, checking in for Lee Supply. Angelina Massey, looking for Macy Miller there, and knocked out of bounds. It'll be State Farm ball.
If you're Lee Supply, you cannot turn the ball over right now, and especially on easy passes like that, you just can't fumble that out of bounds, especially with a team like State Farm. They're going to take advantage of all those extra opportunities that you give them.
Phoenix giving off to Nikolai. Looks to Dotson. On the left side, drives, shot doesn't go, rebound pulled down by Fisher. She battles for it, and it's going to go out of bounds. Off Fisher, it'll be State Farm basketball. Phoenix gets it into Erica Hall. Push to the outside, Nikolai from the perimeter again. This time doesn't go, and Summer right there for the rebound, and she's fouled by Kenzie Saliga. Saliga will be a sophomore at Bell Vernon this upcoming season. Fisher drives across, and blocking foul called right away on Saliga, so that's 2 quick fouls.
Well done by Jasmine Fisher to break the pressure by herself, and Kenzie Saliga just a little late stepping up into the lane there, and hard contact. Fisher gets 2 easy ones, but if you're Lee Supply, you want to knock down these free throws every chance you get. Just in general, you want to be a good free throw shooting team, but especially tonight.
Second one doesn't go. Nikolai with the ball for State Farm. Dax Thomas, she drives in for 2. It's 15-10. Nikolai with 4. Sophomore this coming season at Trinity. And Riley Venick, Trinity player as well. This one outside to Saliga. Lee Supply comes back the other way. Jasmine Fisher driving, has the lane, throws up her shot, doesn't go. Rebound put back from Massey isn't good. Summer gets the rebound, and it's taken away by Dotson, another Trinity player on this squad, and that's another reason you see the 5 and 5 line changes that typically happen here. You got 3 girls that already play together. Might as well keep them together on the court. The point of the off season and things like summer basketball is to get better. Certainly can help when you're continuing to build chemistry with your teammates. And I'll give a shout to the folks at Trinity. Those girls, they had a lot of seniors last year in a really good run, and pretty much everybody who's back for Trinity is playing in the summer basketball league, as we've got, again, another full range of substitutions here, minus Hall, who's at the line.
Yeah, I mean, Trinity has just proven, for, what, 5+ years now, they've been pretty good, even even before that group of seniors came in, and they've just been a very solid, consistent girls basketball program. And I'm sure that they're going to continue that tradition of winning with this new group.
Second one good from Erica Hall as well. Puts them both in to make it 17-10. Yeah, the three on this squad from the Hillers, Agatha Nikolai, Madeline Dotson, and Riley Vienick. But up and down the lineups, you see Eden Williamson from AMD, Macy Justice on Monessen Flores, Riley Corns there as well. Alyssa Clutter does great things for Cedarbrook that we've seen. So 4 of the 6 rosters have Trinity players on them. As a big and one opportunity here for Lee Supply as Angelina Massey puts in the 2 and looks to make it a 3-point play. She'll be a sophomore this upcoming season at Ringgold. Free throw doesn't go, but the bucket certainly helps. It's a 5-point ball game. State Farm leading Lee Supply. Foul the other end of the floor. I think that's going to be on Massey. There'll be 2 shots coming here for Chloe Portash. Sarah Catholic.
Lee Supply unable to stop the ball there. I mean, Chloe Portash went down unmolested almost, and finally, in where the charge circle should be, finally got hit and resulted in a foul. So Lee Supply picking up some early fouls here with about 8 minutes left. So halfway through, and they're about in the bonus already.
Both free throws good from Chloe Portash, who will be a senior this upcoming season for Sarah Catholic, much to the, I think, relief of Sarah Catholic opponents, because feels like Chloe Portash has played on that team for longer than she has. I mean that in a great way. I mean, first season I think I covered was maybe her freshman year.
Right. And
just the presence she carries, the way she carries herself on the floor always seemed like an upperclassman. And
yeah, she definitely has an aura of confidence around her that a lot of players don't have. I mean, and she's had that since she was, like you said, she was a freshman. She plays with confidence, plays with conviction, and that's what makes her pretty darn good.
Ella Kupka, sophomore at Char Valley, out there, and off to Julia Benlock, sophomore from Bethel Park. South Hill's well represented in this group. Kupka tied up with Massey, able to dribble her way around. Hook shot underneath the basket. Gets it to fall. That was like half ugly, half pretty, and Ella Kupka puts it in.
I thought there should have been a foul previous to that. She kind of had her arm wrapped around Lee Supply player, or excuse me, the State Farm player, Benlock, I believe, as Chloe Portash knocks down a 3, and she's able to put a little English on it and spin it off the glass.
5 points here for Chloe Portash with that 3 as London Creech brings it back the other way for Lee Supply. Reach in, going to be called on Emma Cito. 24-12. State Farm doubled up here on Lee Supply. As both Macy Miller and Jasmine Fisher will check back in and give Angelina Massey and Caroline Summer a break. We've got Emma Reynolds at the free throw line. Will be a freshman this upcoming season at Char Valley. See her family in the house as well.
Braden Reynolds.
To say Braden had coming off just fantastic year. Maybe one of the better Whippeal seasons put together in quite some time for Char Valley. Saw quite a bit of that run and just a whole lot of fun to watch. 24-14 after Reynolds put those both in. I guess there was, I don't know if someone stepped out of bounds, but like no one knew what the call was, myself included, which is why I was just sitting here. But
I'm assuming that the referee said that Lee Supply knocked the ball out of bounds, and it's what caused it to fly out. I don't know. There was definitely no foul call.
Yeah. Regardless, nothing comes of that, and Lee Supply will bring it up. Jasmine Fisher fouled heading to the hoop. That'll be on Haven Briggs, a senior this coming season at Elizabeth Forward, as Lydia Zogelman gets set to check in. She'll be a senior at TJ.
Your Lee Supply, you need to go on a little run here to try to trim this deficit down to like 2 or 3 before the half ends, because if State Farm gets out anymore, it might be bad news for Lee Supply.
Well, Jasmine Fisher doing her part, knocks down a pair from the free throw line. Gives her 4 points. 24-16. Chloe Pordash pulls up. Have a jumper on the run. This one rebound pushed out to London Creech, who drives, collides with a defender, Zogelman. No call. She's loose ball. Try to get the heave there from Creech and can't quite get to it. Finally pulling that ball in was Julia Benlock. Hands it off here to Zogelman for State Farm. Cross-court pass to Kupka. Down low to Emma Cito, and a foul going to be called on Emma Reynolds, who still pretty much has her hands straight up.
Emma Reynolds doesn't like the call, but I agree with the referee. Despite her not jumping, she put her arms over Cito there, and that's definitely a foul. And Lee Supply needs to play a little more unselfishly, because there have been, on several occasions, a 3-on-1, 2-on-1, and the ball handler taking it herself and unable to convert. You need to give that ball up at least once or twice just to get the defense on their heels, and they just haven't. They've been playing kind of selfishly almost. I mean, and I'm sure it's not, they're not trying to. It's not deliberate.
Yeah,
but
not the
goal
intent.
But they need to start giving it up a little more.
When you start to kind of feel the game slip out of your control, and you're a baller, you want to take matters into your own hands and try to fix things. But sometimes the fix is an extra pass. Sometimes the fix is looking for somebody who's open because everybody knows you're a baller.
Right.
So that's one of the things you don't. It can be tough on a limited college bench, but when you're in this summer league or a limited high school bench, when you're in the summer league, you are with players who are all here to get better. They can all ball. They can all bring it. And like you said, got to play that way. Madeline Dotson with some nice moves to evade some defense. Guarded by Jenna Dawson. Looking inside and taking it away is Emma Reynolds. Bring this the length of the court. Looks for that pass. Trying to find Jenna Dawson, but it just bounces away. Nobody really chased that down, but Agatha Nikolai.
That pass needs to come a little earlier.
Corner from Cito. Back out to Kupka. Directs some traffic, sends Nikolai running baseline. She's guarded tightly by Miller. Pushes over to Nikolai's shot doesn't go, and the rebound put back ends up going out of bounds off of Cito, as Erica Hall will check in for her.
It's actually going to stay here. So set it one off Lee Supply. So some choice words here between the assistant, Olivia Barkley, and referee here, and some heated remarks.
Ball inbound to State Farm, and the shot doesn't go. It'll be Lee Supply ball back the other way. Jenna Dawson fires a three, doesn't go. Rebound picked up by State Farm. Nearly gets away from Madeline Dotson. A scramble in the middle of the floor. Macy Miller tosses it up. London Creech just picks it up, heaves it towards the basket, and the foul. She'll hit the shot and head to the line, looking for 3 points for Lee Supply.
That's a crazy sequence there, but if you're Lee Supply, that's really great hustle to get that 50-50 ball, and ends up being an and one. So that's the kind of play you need if you're Lee Supply.
A frenzied stretch there, but the play complete. It'll be 5 points for London Creech. It's 26-19. Under 3:20 to play in the first half.
Big possession here for Lee Supply. You really want to stop in a bucket.
Top of the key, Nikolai drives, puts it up on the right side, doesn't go. Creech with the rebound. She comes up the court, has Reynolds, sees her, gets it to go. That's exactly what you were talking about. It's 26-21 as Reynolds puts that one in. She's got 4 points. Back between the circles. Dotson guarded tightly by Macy Miller. If you've heard me say that before, it's because that's what she does. Inside, Erica Hall. Turn and shoot doesn't go. A nice hustle from Riley Vinik to try to save that possession for State Farm. Timeout going to come instead. It's 26-21. A 5-point swing here for Lee Supply to cut that deficit in half and make this a 5-point ball game.
All it takes is a few possessions, just that wild sequence, get the loose ball, put it in for the and one, and then you're able to run on the break, get it to your big girl, Emma Reynolds, and she puts it right in. I mean, that's Emma Reynolds. I think she is going to be one of the WPIAL's best players here in the next few years. She is really polished for only being a freshman. She's obviously got the physical gifts. She's really tall. She can run the floor. She's got a great finishing ability, great touch, pretty high IQ. So if she can continue to grow as a player, I don't see any reason why she shouldn't, possibly be a Division I basketball player.
Certainly the goal for a player of that caliber. 26-21, State Farm team sponsored by Agent Dax Thomas with the lead over Lee Supply by 5 here. And we'll mention the folks at Perked Up Cafe in Charleroi. They've got coffee from local Pittsburgh roaster La Prima Espresso Company. They've got breakfast, lunch, snacks, pastries, all sorts of terrific options. Wi-Fi on site. They love to support the local community and give back. So stop by Perked Up Cafe in Charleroi and let them know the Mon Valley Independent sent you. Back underway here, 2.5 to play in the first half. Lee Supply with the basketball. Skylar still hands off to London Creech. This ball stolen away by Madeline Dotson. And I think a quick foul here called on.
Stepped on the line.
Stepped on the
line,
right.
Out of bounds on the sideline there. So Lee Supply basketball.
I didn't think she was close to the line. It's tricky over.
Yeah, the depth perception is a little off.
When there's like 12 lines right where that all occurred.
Exactly.
So kept the ball with Lee Supply. London Creech saves that from being a turnover there. Her shot doesn't go. Gives it out to Miller. Her shot stripped by Vinik and keeps that possession for State Farm. Dotson from the corner, good. The tray for State Farm makes it 29-21. Dotson's first points of the game on that three as Lee Supply comes back and answers. Here, Macy Miller with the takeaway. Gets it up to Skylar Still. Bounce pass over to London Creech. Tries to give and go, and that one stepped in and taken away by Zogelman. Dotson pushed to Hall. Long range 2 is good. 31-23. Hall has 4 points. It's been really balanced scoring tonight for State Farm and really for both squads. Macy Miller now works from the right side, guarded by Dotson. She comes out looking for that turnover, knocks it out of bounds. So good defensive pressure here. London will check out as Jasmine Fisher comes back in. As Miller gets that ball into Skylar Still. Turnover. Steal created by State Farm, but they'll turn that ball, I think, right back over unless, yeah, that'll be Lee Supply basketball. Just under a minute left here, an 8-point lead for State Farm. Lee Supply like to close that gap here a little bit before the half. Jenna Dawson between the circles. She drives, kicks out to Still. Still works her way into the paint and rattles a shot home. 6-point game.
She's been impressive. For only being a freshman, she plays extremely, with extreme confidence, just like we talked about Portash. She does the same.
Reynolds scoops this up, pushes up the floor to Dawson, and she's fouled, and the basket will be good. Kind of an underhand heave from Jenna Dawson, the junior at Bell Vernon. Trying to put 3 on the board here before half. Free throw doesn't go. Rebound put back from Reynolds. That doesn't go, and she's fouled. So it's 31-27. We add the 2 on the board from Dawson. We'll see if Emma Reynolds can close the gap. She misses that one from the line.
That's just a really, really poor job at boxing out from State Farm. I mean, she almost went in untouched to the rim, and luckily for State Farm, doesn't get anything out of it, but you can't let that happen. Come in uncontested in and get the rebound. That's just not a good job from State Farm.
Hall turn and shoot from the right side. Rebound to Jasmine Fisher, trying to get a shot off before the horn and can't get it done, but a tighter score at halftime than we would have thought maybe a minute and a half ago. It's 31-27. Thanks to a late push here from Lee Supply. They're down by 4 to the team in red, State Farm, and agent Dax Thomas. That's where we stand here at the half. We'll thank a couple of the sponsors who bring you coverage from the Mon Valley Independent for the Summer Basketball League. Like the Salon and Spa by Cheney's Natural in Monongahela. They offer several options to help you look and feel your best. Massage and spa treatments, essential oils, CBD, other healthy living items. You can do hair, facials, mani-pedis, reflexology, and cryoskin slimming and toning treatments. Cheney's Natural also carries skin care products from Farmhouse Fresh. Mention Summer Spa for a free upgrade on your services. Make an appointment at cheneysnatural.com by calling 724-328-2834. That's Cheney's Natural, CHANEYS natural.com. Foster House 2 Sports Bar and Grill, located at One Cook Road in Bell Vernon, serving their famous king sandwiches 7 days a week. They also serve pizza and pizza burgers all day, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Enjoy their 12 ice-cold beers on draft and a wide variety of bottled beer, mixed drinks, and frozen margaritas. The perfect atmosphere for enjoying great food and drinks with friends and family, watching all of your favorite sporting events on the big screen. That is Foster House 2 in Bell Vernon. Stop by and tell them the Mon Valley Independent sent you. Also like to thank State Farm agent Brian Warnick, a guy you can call to get great neighbor service and surprisingly great rates on home and auto. State Farm agent Brian Warnick, your go-to agent in the Mon Valley for the service you deserve at the price you want. So stop shopping around and give Brian Warnick a call, 412-668-0111. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. State Farm on top here, 31-27. Over Lee Supply at the half.
Bringing you our first half statistics for State Farm. A pretty balanced effort all around. Chloe Portash with 5. Agatha Nikolai with 4. Madeline Dotson with a triple. Lydia Zogelman with 5. Emma Cito leads State Farm scores with 6. Kupka with 2. And Erica Hall with 4. For Lee Supply, Jasmine Fisher with 4. Angelina Massey with 2. Skylar Still with 6 to lead them. Caroline Summer with 2. Emma Reynolds with 4. London Creech with 5. And Jenna Dawson with 4. So a very balanced effort for both teams. And this has really been a really good contest so far. We thought that State Farm might have been able to pull away there in the end of the first half. So good job from Lee Supply to be able to trim it back down to 4. Excellent.
That's where we stand here as the second half set to get underway. 31-27. 4-point advantage here for State Farm. Lee Supply was down by 10 and able to come up and more than cut that in half. Some good back and forth basketball, kind of frenzied in the last couple of minutes of the half as Chloe Portash now between the circles, left side, guarded by Jasmine Fisher. Pulls up, turns and fires, shot doesn't go. Rebound knocked around, hauled in by Fisher. She's quickly up ahead, 1 on 3. She takes it and is fouled on her way to the hoop. We'll see who this is on. Kenzie Saliga, that is her third. Well, I just turned my scorebook page.
I'm not seeing it tonight, but Kenzie Saliga has really impressed me thus far this year as well. She's really a good third option, fourth option for scoring, and you know, not with none tonight, but I think that she's really a good addition there for the State Farm squad.
Pretty decent mix, a lot of sophomores on the State Farm squad, 4 seniors as well. And a freshman. So a good balanced mix of young talent and experienced vets ready to head to their senior season. And speaking of that, one of those, Emma Cito, up and in for 2. First scoring here of the second half. Cito has 10.
It was Creech for 3, 33-30. Just under 14:40 remaining here in the first half. Excuse me, second half.
Creech with 8 points. Driving and putting that up, Chloe Portash. Give her 7. It's 35-30. Checking in for Kenzie Saliga is Agatha Nikolai. 5 on the floor here for State Farm are Haven Briggs, Chloe Portash, Agatha Nikolai, Emma Cito, and Julia Benlock for Lee Supply. Jasmine Fisher with the basketball over to Macy Miller. Now Emma Reynolds gives to, looking for London Creech, but taken away. Good defense there from State Farm. Jenna Dawson out there as well for Lee Supply. Cito with the ball right side for State Farm. Looking, eyeing her lane and path to the basket, drives and draws the foul. It'll be on Reynolds. Oh, they'll say that's on Macy Miller. A 5-point ball game, 13:54 to play. Cito with the line, and the first free throw is no good. Second one good though from Cito. She's got 11 points. 36-30, State Farm on top. London Creech, talented freshman at Woody High, drives in and some pressure there. I think Agatha Nikolai started that sequence that resulted in a steal. A circus shot from Chloe Portash. Throws it up on her way out of bounds, and she's got 9 points and gives her team an 8-point lead.
Creech again. I mean, didn't even hit net.
She's had 2 threes here in this second half, all 6 points for Lee Supplies. It is a 38-33 game.
It's a big 3 for for Lee Supply. Creech really responding well. Gets a steal there.
Yeah, and she comes up the floor, moving towards the basket. I think she wanted to make a pass to Fisher, but it was intercepted there by some great pressure and quick return from State Farm as feed up the floor from, started with Portash, ended with Benlock, and makes it a 40-33 game.
Heat check, okay.
That one doesn't go from Lee Supply.
That's why it's
Portash
a heat check.
fakes the pass, tries to draw off her defender, hits the floor, and Cito, I think, is who ends up putting that one in. She's got 13 points and a timeout here for Lee Supply, as I think they want to stop the bleeding, in essence, before the lead can, that lead expands back into double digits. It's 42-33, State Farm on top here with 12:35 to play, just 3.5 minutes into the second half.
You see Emma Reynolds come out both in the first half and the second half, and you see Emma Cito and the State Farm team able to get some easy buckets inside. You don't realize how big of a defensive presence and rebounding presence that big girl is until she comes out of the game, and now you no longer have that. And there goes State Farm on a little run, and it all starts with some easy buckets inside because you don't have Reynolds down there.
5 on the floor here for Lee Supply coming out of the timeout. Macy Miller, Skylar Still, Angelina Massey, Caroline Summer, and London Creech. For State Farm, it's Agatha Nicolai, Emma Cito, Chloe Pordash, Haven Briggs, and Julia Benlock. 42-33, State Farm with the lead, and Lee Supply in the green and gold with the basketball. Summer on the left side directing some traffic. Hands it off to London Creech. She has all 6 of Lee Supply's second half points on a pair of threes and adds 2 more there. The nice move to the basket. 13 points here for London Creech. It's a 7-point ball game. State Farm on top. They've got the basketball. Fresh 5 coming for the red and white. Rebound to London Creech. Drives, gives to Skylar Still. Tipped up in the lane. Nearly creating a turnover there was Emma Cito. Still off the screen from Massey. Guarded by Nicolai. Moves to the basket. Left side, off glass and good. 2 on the board makes it a 5-point ball game, 42-37. Whistle and a foul called here on Macy Miller as a fresh 5 will check in for State Farm.
That's a big move from Still. I mean, just put your head down, left hand. Got the bigger defender on you. Use your body to shield it and go up with the left hand and perfect off the glass. She has really impressed me so far this season.
Erica Hall with the basketball for State Farm. Nice bounce pass and finds Riley Vinik for 2. 44-37 State Farm. I think that's Vinik's first 2 points of the game. I thought she had a bucket earlier, but probably just my shoddy scorekeeping. It's 11:16 to play here in the second half. A 7-point advantage for State Farm as Skylar Still will head to the line here for Lee Supply. First one's good.
She plays so under control. She looks like she's going a million miles an hour, but she's not. She's just that fast. Her handle is unparalleled. I mean, she is variety moves, in and out dribbles, between the legs, behind the back, gets to the hoop, and just really well done from her.
Sort of a little frenzy of things happening there. A block from State Farm led to a turnover, and then Lee Supply got the ball back, and now they've turned it back over. But great hustle play here. Everybody wants the basketball. Fisher to Still, off glass, doesn't go. Rebound put back from London Creech. She's got 15 points. 4-point game, 44-40. Foul here will send Still back to the free throw line. Chance to make this a 1-possession game.
So Lee Supply using some of State Farm's tactics against them. Start getting up, pressing them, able to get the turnover, and still go to the line for 2. Misses the first one. If you're Lee Supply, you have to make these. They missed a lot of free throws tonight.
Makes the second. Substitution coming here for Still. I'll check that. It'll be for London Creech. Get Emma Reynolds back in the ball game for Lee Supply. So it's Fisher, Massey, Summer, Still, and Reynolds. And for State Farm with the basketball right now, Ella Kupka in there with Zogelman, Dotson, Hall, and Vinik. This one taken away by Lee Supply. Still with the ball to Reynolds. Pushes outside to Jasmine Fisher for 3. Off the iron, doesn't go. Gets her own rebound. Tries to shove the pass into Emma Reynolds and just forced it a little too much. Taken away here by State Farm. Dotson left side. Basket and a charge is going to take those points off the board. So it's a 3-point ball game after the charge call.
That's a tough call. I mean, that's a 50-50 call. She looked like she slid her feet in at the last second, but it looked like her body might have still been moving, so could have went either way.
Still tries to roll off the screen from Reynolds and hustle to get this basketball. Still going to get whistled for the foul, trying to chase down Riley Vinick. Three-point ball game, under 10 minutes to play. State Farm with the basketball and a 3-point lead here over Lee Supply. Dotson from the perimeter. Off the iron, doesn't go. Vinick with the rebound. Kupka guarded tightly by Fisher. Drives left side.
Excellent defense from Fisher.
Pushed that back out to Dotson. Inside look, nice pass to Hall. Back out. And the shot off the iron, rebound pulled down by Still, and she's tripped up. That foul's going to be called. I think it's on Hall. I think running up to get a reach on that ball and a little collision there. Lee would like to make some substitutions. So into the ball game, Macy Miller, London Creech, and Jenna Dawson giving Still, Summer, and Massey a break. So 44-41, 9:10 left here in the half. Lee Supply looking for that elusive W. Jasmine Fisher between the circles, over to London Creech on the right side. Gonna run this offense. Gets it top of the key to Emma Reynolds, looking at that pick and roll, sends Jasmine Fisher to the basket, and she's fouled. Be the 4th foul on Madeline Dotson. Free throw from Fisher is good. 2-point game.
Make or break time for State Farm. You need to garner a little bit of a lead here because Lee Supply is just hanging around right now, and this could turn bad really quickly as Lee Supply now has the opportunity to take the lead.
Yeah, throwaway here from State Farm. Would like to get Chloe Portash into the ball game for Madeline Dotson, who just has picked up her 4th foul. Under 9 minutes to play. Lee Supply with the ball, down by 1. 44-43 the score. State Farm on top. London Creech guarded by Portash. She heads to the basket. Erica Hall with the block. Tries to pass it out. London Creech scoops it up. Macy Miller now with the ball right side. Around to London Creech. Now she's guarded by Hall. Gets that mismatch for Reynolds. She pushes it out to Macy Miller for 3. Off the iron, doesn't go. Reynolds unable to haul down that rebound. Creech contested by Portash, who comes away with the basketball. She drives, throws it up off glass, doesn't go. Creech hauls it in. Looking up the court, but she's going to wisely slow things down. Finds Emma Reynolds, who made a move to the basket. She's stripped away, guarded by Vinick. Shot doesn't go. Dawson with the basketball. Pushes it back out, top of the key. Macy Miller off the backside of the iron. Does not go. Creech, rebound, put back. Rebound tracked down by Hall.
Lee Supply has to get back right now. They're too aggressive. They're going to give up an easy basket on the other end if they don't get back.
Zogelman over to Hall from the left side. 3 is good. 47-43 puts the advantage back to 4 for State Farm. Erica Hall with 7 points after the tray. Jasmine Fisher with the ball for Lee Supply. Left side, 3 of her own. Doesn't go. Rebound to Ella Kupka. Pushes up ahead to Zogelman. Easy deuce.
Lee Supply's guards really have to get back. I know they've got a couple steals, but they have given up too many easy buckets on the other end these last couple minutes because they're being overly aggressive right now. They have to calm down, regather themselves. That's what Coach Slegus is doing. That's a good timeout. But, you know, Lee Supply just has to take a step back, realize that it's not going to be one. There's still 7 minutes left. You have to play smart and play with poise and confidence and be calm.
That's what that timeout here is all about. Don't want to let this get out of hand by any stretch of the imagination. It's not right now, but you could feel that momentum shift and it start to get a little frenzied out there on the floor. A 6-point lead for State Farm after the bucket by Lydia Zogelman. She'll be a senior at Thomas Jefferson this upcoming season. She's got 7 for Erica Hall as well, 13 for Emma Cito, and that's how things stack up for State Farm, that 49-43 lead over Lee Supply. 15 points, for London Creech. And a bunch of players starting to rack up the points for Lee Supply, including Skylar Still, young freshman, has been impressive. She's got 8 points.
And a few times throughout that sequence, Lee Supply had an opportunity to take the lead. Good looks at the basket too. Just came up short, and now it's a 6-point lead for State Farm. So credit to them.
We have a quick shout to some of our sponsors like Perked Up Cafe in Charleroi, the Salon and Spa by Cheney's Natural in Monongahela, Foster House 2 in Bell Vernon, and State Farm agent Brian Warnick. It's London Creech with the 3 for Lee Supply. Doesn't go, and rebound knocked out of bounds. It'll stay green and gold basketball. A couple subs check in here quickly for State Farm and agent Dax Thomas sponsoring this State Farm team. Cito, Venick, Hall, Pordash, and Nikolai on the floor for State Farm. Creech, Dawson, Miller, Summer, and Fisher for Lee Supply. Shot doesn't go, I think, for Summer. And Pordash brings it back across the court for State Farm. They're up 49-43. 6.5 to play. Stolen away here between the defensive pressure of Fisher and Creech. Fisher's shot doesn't go. Rebound to Pordash. Throws it clear up the floor. Erica Hall tracks it down. Bounce pass to Emma Cito. Makes a hard move to the basket. Her layup doesn't go. Gets her own rebound. Jump ball the call. Great presence of mind there from Jenna Dawson to just reach out and put her hands on that one.
Some fast-paced play here.
And I actually don't know which team that maybe lends itself to.
Yeah.
Sometimes that added pressure helps you a little bit, and maybe that's what's worked for Lee Supply. Shot doesn't go there. Emma Cito with the rebound, and there's going to be a push called on Macy Miller, whose hands weren't on the player. I mean, there was body-to-body contact. I thought it was lower body.
Yeah, I think it was a foul. Definitely think it was a foul. She was forcing her out of bounds and caused her to go out of bounds and throw that pass. I think that was the correct call, but no hands. Definitely no hands.
I don't know. I think that's good defense. I'm on the other side of that one. Under 6 to play, a 6-point lead here for State Farm, who got the basketball back nonetheless. Erica Hall from the left side. Her shot doesn't go. That goes out of bounds. I thought last touched by Nikolai, but that's not the case. It'll stay State Farm basketball under their hoop. Venick will check out, and Lydia Zogelman back in. Zogelman looking for an open body, and there weren't any. That was some tight D there from Lee Supply. Creech got the turnover, but lost the ball out of bounds. State Farm trying to turn that pressure right back on them. So neither team wants to see this one slip through their fingers. Creech looks inside for Summer, taken away here by Cito. Bounce pass up ahead to Chloe Pordash. Gets her shot to go, as only Chloe Pordash does. She's got 11 points. Shot from the outside from Miller. Nothing but net from Macy Miller. Gets the 3. I think that's her first points of the ball game. Her defense is really her bread and butter, but she's got that outside look and was able to knock it down.
This fast-paced play has been a blessing and a curse for Lee Supply. I mean, it has benefited them, but it has also, been a thorn in the side as well.
just as we were talking about the good defense of Macy Miller, she knew she shouldn't have done that one, and that was her 5th foul. So she'll check out with 5 minutes left on the clock after hitting her first 3. Tough to have her out of the ball game when you could really use that tough D. It's a 5-point game, 5 minutes to play. Chloe Pordash guarded tightly by Jasmine Fisher. Agatha Nikolai with the shot, doesn't go. Rebound battled for from Cito and Fisher. Fisher wins it, gets it to Caroline Summer, up the floor to London Creech. She had Skylar still up ahead, but not quite where the matchup that I think still would have wanted. A little outsized ahead of things. State Farm gets it back. Hall the other way. They're going to call a blocking foul on Caroline Summer underneath the basket after the contact. 4:27 on the clock. State Farm up 51-46. Hall at the free throw line. Rattles the first one out. On the floor for State Farm, along with Hall, Arcedo, Zogelman, Nikolai, and Pordash out there for Lee Supply. Creech, Fisher, Dawson, Summer, and Still. Second one good for Erica Hall. She's got 5 points. 52-46. 6-point advantage here for State Farm. The Lee Supply basketball under their hoop. Still setting up the inbound. Gets it inside to Summer. Sets up the easy layup underneath, and it doesn't drop. Just over 4 minutes to play here. 6-point game. State Farm with the lead and the ball. Nikolai, guarded by Dawson. Looking for an outlet, gets it to Pordash, who's finally able to shake the defender, Jasmine Fisher. Timeout called here by State Farm just under the 4-minute mark here, 3:59 to play. 30-second timeout for State Farm, 52-46. They've got the lead. I think they want to talk things over and make sure they keep it that way.
Been a very good game so far. You know, we thought that State Farm was going to come out and, you know, with some conviction here after the big loss to Cedarbrook, but it has not been the case. But you got to give credit to Lee Supply. They have played very, very hard and with a lot of confidence. I mean, they have impressed me thus far. And if you got that squad out there right now that you do, the 5 for Lee Supply, you can get some good minutes from them, that's for sure.
It'll be State Farm basketball under their hoop with the 52-46 advantage. Zogelman into Cito. Want to give and go as Zito comes back out outside the perimeter. Comes off to Zogelman. Over to Ella Kupka. She goes behind the back with the dribble, and that's where Jasmine Fisher likes to eat. Picks up the basketball, drives the length of the court, and puts it in for 2. It's a 4-point game. Taken away here by Massey. Put up. Trying to hold on to the basketball. Still pushes it out to Fisher. Shot doesn't go, but a foul is called. And deuce from Fisher gave her 8, and she's got a chance to reach double digits here from the free throw line. 3:25 on the clock, 52-48 the score. Fisher at the line. She'll shoot 2. First one doesn't go. A really balanced effort on both teams as Fisher hits the second. 3-point ball game. Zogelman with the ball for State Farm. Pushes it back to Emma Cito. Basket and the foul. Cito has led State Farm in scoring. She hit the first basket of, well, she hit the first point of the game, a free throw to start things off, and She had 3 of the first 5 points. She's up to 15, misses the end of the 2-and-1. And she's had a great game. Fisher between the circles, guarded by Nikolai, tries to roll off the screen, drives left side, pulls up, gets her defender to bite, spin move, layup doesn't go, rebound tracked down here by State Farm. Kupka driving up the left side. Right hand, swirls it up and in. Nice move from Kupka. For 2, she's got 4, 56-49, and ball's gonna go out of bounds off Lee Supply. It's Hall and Dotson check back in for State Farm. So it's Zogelman, Pordash, Nikolai, Hall and Dotson. And for Lee Supply, Massey, Fisher, Still, Creech, and Dawson. Up the floor, Zogelman finds Hall. Pushes out to Dotson. Perimeter shot, no good. Rebound to Creech. Push is going to be the call on Zogelman.
Well, that is not good for State Farm. You do not want to foul in the backcourt with the 1-and-1 in play here. It's giving Lee Supply free chances at points. Want to make them earn it, especially this late when you're up.
So Dotson going to check out in favor of Ella Kupka. Dotson with 4 fouls. And Creech headed to the free throw line. 7-point advantage here for State Farm. And Creech doesn't make that one, but the rebound kicked out, and Fisher scoops it up. Dawson for 3 from the left side. Doesn't go. It went out of play. It'll be State Farm basketball. As we saw Emma Reynolds check back in here for Lee Supply. I kind of wondered when we would see her come back, because I think size advantage, you really need that presence, get that inside look, and maybe take away some of that threat. Zogelman out between the circles, going to slow it down, try to take some time off the clock here for State Farm. They'll keep it way outside. Reynolds jumps up into that. Creech will pick it up, take it to the basket, gets it in for 2. It's a 5-point game, 56-51. State Farm on top, 17 points for London Creech, and she's got it again. Loses it out of bounds off the foot. Not the break Lee Supply needed there, but terrific effort by Still and Creech there.
I mean, it just seems like every time State Farm pulls away, Lee Supply pulls something out of their hat. You know, Reynolds getting the steal, Creech getting the steal. Could be a 3-point game right now if she had controlled it and passed it over to Fisher.
Maybe some offense, defense, or quick substitutions for Massey and Reynolds. Hall with the ball for State Farm out to Zogelman and over to Pordash. Right side, guarded by Fisher. Doing a little disruption, trying to get a steal or push State Farm into the backcourt. Nearly does. Zogelman works it around the perimeter to Hall. Dawson trying to reach and force a turnover. Zogelman back over to Pordash. Guarded now by Creech. Zogelman fouled by Massey. I think they, right now, Lee Supply trying to force a turnover. Not let too much time go off the clock before then they will foul to try to slow this down a little bit. Substitute coming in. Get Emma Reynolds in. London Creech, probably just a quick breather and maybe an instruction.
She's gassed. She's played so hard today.
And that goes for Lydia Zogelman. Free throw gives her 8 points. Part of a 6-point lead right now as Hall checks out and Cito checks back in. Cito the leading scorer with 15 for State Farm. London Creech leading overall with 17 points. Short from Zogelman. Still picks up the rebound. Gets it to Jasmine Fisher.
Gotta go.
Shot does not go. Crashing the boards and picking it up is Kupka, but it's stolen away by Still. Gets it to Reynolds at the free throw line. Her shot doesn't go. Everybody battling for that basketball. Dawson hauls it in. Reynolds from the left side drives, and she's fouled on the way to the basket and will head to the free throw line. 35 seconds left on the clock. A 6-point ball game, and Emma Reynolds with a chance to make it a 4-point game. Makes the first. First point of the second half for Reynolds. She had 4 in the first. Makes them both. 57-53. 30 seconds left on the clock.
Stepped on the line.
Yeah, Cito forced towards the boundary lines and steps on it. A substitution coming here both ways, as it'll be in and out Cito and Hall as London Creech checks back in. Reynolds, Creech, Still, Fisher, and Dawson for Lee Supply. Creech drives in the paint, left side, doesn't go. Nobody else crashing the boards there for Lee Supply, which was not great. 4-point game, 57-53. Foul coming here with 15.5 seconds on the clock. Jenna Dawson with the foul. Well, that will put Zogelman at the line. Next foul will be double bonus. Free throw doesn't go. Rebound to Fisher. They've got to move quick. Comes across the floor. Dawson pulls up left side. Off the iron. Rebound to Hall. She's got to be fouled right away.
Just may do it here.
Foul was on Emma Reynolds. 7.2 on the clock. 4-point ball game. Double bonus here. Hall makes the first. Hall with I think 8 points. 9 and 10. 59-53 the score after Hall hits both of those to put herself in double digits. Shot doesn't go from Lee Supply as time expires. A really fun basketball game to watch. Ends in a 6-point victory for State Farm, Agent Tax Thomas. A 59-53 winner over Lee Supply. State Farm bounces back from the loss with the win. And Lee Supply will take the loss in this one. Again, a 6-point victory for State Farm, 59-53. London Creech of Lee Supply led all scorers with 17 points. Jasmine Fisher had 9. And that was really the bulk of the scoring. I think Skylar Still had 8 points as well for Lee Supply. On the flip side of things for State Farm, it was Emma Cito leading things for the red and white. She had 15 points, 10 from Erica Hall. And just a really good balanced overall effort from the gang from State Farm. And Chloe Pordash was at 11 points in double digits as well. And that's how things shook out in scoring for both State Farm and Lee Supply. We'll give a final shout out to our sponsors, Perked Up Cafe in Charleroi, the Salon and Spa by Cheney's Natural in Monongahela, Foster House 2 Sports Bar and Grill in Bell Vernon, and State Farm agent Brian Warnick covering all those across the Mon Valley. Your final thoughts on this one?
I just think that was a really well-played basketball game from both sides. I mean, I know it was a little hectic, a little sloppy at times even, but definitely entertaining, and it was good to see a high-scoring affair. You know, State Farm coming back with a big bounce-back win, and that's what separates good teams from really good teams, is that you're able to persevere through that tough streak against a team that is, going through some struggles and able to pull it out. So really well played from both teams, and hopefully we can get a couple more good ones on Wednesday.
Well, thanks for joining me for this one. Again, the final score 59-53. State Farm a winner over Lee Supply. More Mon Valley Independent Summer League basketball action coming up tomorrow night. We're back in boys action. It's Union Cleaners and B Graphics at 7, Howard Hanna and Farmers Insurance at 8, Campy's Pizza and Six Pack Shop against Elite Physical Therapy at 9 o'clock. The girls are back in action on Wednesday. Cedarbrook and AMD kick things off at 6. State Farm and Monessen Florist at 7. Lee Supply and Edward Jones at 8. Boys back in action Thursday, and girls close out the week with a Friday triple header. For Joe, I'm Ashley Chase, saying so long. Thanks for tuning in tonight to MVI Live and the Summer Basketball League. Have a great night.